karma doesn't always arrive with a dramatic announcement. Sometimes karma looks like you finally waking up. It looks like you seeing the relationship clearly, reclaiming your peace, and deciding that you will no longer keep sacrificing yourself to maintain someone else's false image. The moment you stop being available for the same cycle, something changed. They lost access to the attention, emotional energy, reassurance, and constant availability they may have grown accustomed to receiving from you. And suddenly, they had to face a life without the person who helped keep their image together. That is where the real consequences begin. Because when you step away from a manipulative dynamic, you are not just leaving a person. You are leaving behind the role they assigned to you. The fixer, the listener, the forgiving one, the person they could provoke and then blame for reacting, the person they could hurt and still expect to remain available. But you're no longer that person. You began to see the difference between what they said and what they repeatedly did. You noticed the contradictions. You recognized the patterns. You stopped calling confusion love and stopped mistaking emotional exhaustion for loyalty. And once you saw the truth, the illusion could no longer control you. They may still tell others that they are perfectly fine without you. They may present a polished version of the story. They may act as though you were the problem and they were the one who won. But appearances are not proof of peace. A person can create a new image, find new attention, and surround themselves with new people while still repeating the same patterns internally. If nothing changes within them, the cycle simply continues with a different audience. And that may be the consequence they never expected. Losing someone who finally saw through the performance. You became difficult to manipulate because you became aware. You became harder to provoke because you stopped needing their approval. You became stronger because you stopped waiting for them to validate what you already knew. And perhaps the greatest consequence is this. They expected you to remain broken. They may have believed you would always return, always explain yourself, always miss them, or always be emotionally available. But instead, you started rebuilding. You found your voice again. You began thinking your own thoughts. You started enjoying moments that no longer revolved around their moods. That is when the power dynamic changes. Your healing becomes proof that their attempts to diminish you did not define you. Your peace becomes proof that you were never as dependent on them as they wanted you to believe. And your absence forces them to face something they may have spent a long time avoiding. You are carrying far more of the emotional weight than they ever admitted. So don't waste your life waiting to witness their downfall. Don't keep checking to see whether karma has arrived. Your greatest victory is not watching them struggle. Your greatest victory is no longer needing their struggle to feel whole. Let life handle what you cannot control. You keep choosing peace. You keep protecting your energy. You keep rebuilding your confidence, your purpose, and your life. Because the moment you stop trying to make someone else understand your worth was the moment you finally started living like you knew it. And if this message speaks to what you've been through, make sure you like this video, subscribe to TF, and stay connected for more conversations about healing, emotional patterns, self-worth, and reclaiming your power. Share your thoughts in the comments, and keep watching, because your next chapter may be closer than you think. This video is for educational and personal growth purposes. Every situation is different, so use your own judgment and seek qualified support when needed. Until next time, take care of yourself, protect your peace, and remember, choosing yourself is not revenge. Sometimes, it is simply the beginning of your freedom.